everyone, Dev Walker here, and welcome back to my channel. Give your girl a thumbs up and subscribe if you enjoy travel, lifestyle, and fashion videos. I am back with another video. Today we are talking all things high-end jewelry. I am going through my high-end jewelry collection, which I am wearing all today on my right hand. Now, with the current retail prices of these pieces, y'all, this collection totals for about $30,000, which is absolutely insane, but here we are. So let's talk about it. I've had each of these pieces for just over 3 years. I'm going to talk about how much I paid back then, how much they go for now, would I buy these again, and all of the things. Now, I also did individual videos reviewing each of these pieces that I will link in the description box, but today I'm just showing you my collection, my current jewelry stack, and we're going to talk about how do I feel about these pieces today. So I thought it would be better if I just kind of stepped out of the frame so you can really see the pieces in all of their glory. So first we're going to start with the bracelets. All of these pieces are all 18 karat gold, by the way. So first we're going to start off with the Tiffany T square bracelet. This is the very first piece of high-end jewelry that I purchased. I am in love with this bracelet, y'all. She has really held up over time. I have worn her over and over and over again. I don't really wear the stack all the time unless I'm feeling a little fancy, but for the most part I usually just throw on the Tiffany T square bracelet. Now, taking the bracelet off so you could see a bit more details, there are some scratches on the front and on the side, but keep in mind I do stack this sometimes, and I have had it for 3 years, so it's overall wear and tear. Now, when I purchased this bracelet back in 2022, it retailed for $5,300, which I already thought was crazy, but now, y'all, she retails for a whopping $8,100, which is more than the Cartier Love bracelet. I would never pay $8,000 for a gold bracelet with no diamonds on it, but that's just me. But I really do love this bracelet. She has definitely stood the test of time so far. Now, I also opted to get this bracelet over the Cartier Love because I just think this one is a lot different, and I see the Cartier Love on so many people, and I just wanted something that I don't really see a lot of people with. Even years later, I still don't really see many people with this bracelet. I think so far in the last 3 years, I saw one man rock this bracelet, but I've seen about 400 people with the Cartier Love. For my middle bracelet, we have the Tiffany T narrow hinged bangle. Now, to be quite honest, I don't really love this bracelet the way I once did before I got it, but I do still wear her. I do rock her. I always stack her with the Tiffany T square bracelet. She is pretty easy to get open. You just have to squeeze these two pieces at the bottom, and then my hands are kind of slippery, but yeah, then she just opens up pretty easily, and then you just close it and you'll hear a click, and she is on and secure. Personally, I only like this bracelet when it's stacked with the Tiffany T square. To me, it's just a little too narrow and a little too subtle, and I prefer bold, loud pieces. That's just my personal preference. And to complete my bracelet stack, I have the Van Cleef Vintage Alhambra bracelet in the color agate, also known as the color blue. This is a conversation starter, y'all. I love this bracelet. I get so many compliments on it, and I just love the way it looks on dark skin. It's like when I pull back here, you really see that pop of blue. I absolutely adore her. Now, the price did go up a little bit on this one, not as much as it did on the Tiffany bracelet. So when I purchased this one, I paid $4,875, and now it retails for $5,280. So that's about roughly 30% or just under 30% of a price increase, which isn't too bad compared to the 65% increase on the Tiffany T square bracelet, which I think is clinically insane. And that is my bracelet stack. I love when the three of these come together. It is a party, it is a vibe, and it is a moment. The way the two T's on the Tiffany square bracelet, the way they just kind of fit perfectly with the small T in the narrow hinge bracelet is just chef's kiss to me, along with the pop of color in the Van Cleef. Listen, now let's bring it up top and get into my rings. I love the three of these together. So first we are going to start with none other than the Cartier Juste Clou. This is a classic. I've had her again for about 3 years. I wear her pretty frequently. I usually wear it on my index finger because this ring is actually a little big for me now, but she still fits on here perfectly. I love her so much. She's a classic by herself, and she plays well with others because I do like how she looks with my Tiffany rings. When I purchased this ring, it was about maybe 2,200 or 2,100 US. Now this retails for 2,660. Still a bit of a price increase, but again, not as outrageous as Tiffany. I probably would buy this again because I just love the style. I love the look. It never goes out of style, so to speak. She's definitely a moment. Now let's talk about these Tiffany T1 rings. One is wide, one is narrow, one has diamonds, one does not. So let's put them on 2 separate fingers so we can really talk about them. I typically prefer the T1 wide ring. Once again, I prefer loud, bolder pieces. That is just my preference. For the narrow ring, I love that it does have diamonds, but to be honest with you, I do not like this ring by itself. To me, it is just too subtle. I usually only stack her with her big sister, so to speak, or the T1 wide ring. I love how those two look together, but for some reason, separately, y'all, this just like this looks boring to me, to be quite honest with you. But again, that's just me. You do what you want with your money. So the Tiffany T1 narrow ring with diamonds, when I first bought this, it was about, I want to say 2,300. And now she retails for about 2,600. Again, not too much of a price increase. It seems like the only major price increase was on the Tiffany T Square bracelet. I really don't know what they're thinking with that. But let's get into the Tiffany T1 wide ring. That is my last ring here. I purchased this before the narrow ring, and I paid how much did I pay for this? I paid about 2,600 for this one. And now she retails for $29.75. Again, still doable, especially within the last 3 years. But would I buy the wide? I would definitely buy the wide one over again if I had to. But the narrow ring, I probably could have done without it. If anything, I should have just spent a little bit more and just got the wide gold one with the diamonds on it. But you live and you learn. And that concludes my luxury jewelry collection. I love how all of these pieces come together. I get so many compliments when I do wear all of this out. This is not an everyday look for me. I would never wear this on like casual days or running errands. You usually see all of these pieces on me if I have like a special event happening, or like if I'm doing a photo shoot somewhere with a friend, then maybe I'll pack it all in like a bag. But for the most part, all of this stays home, and I'll usually just keep on the Tiffany T Square bracelet and maybe like the Tiffany rings, and that's about it. Everything else only comes out to play when we're feeling fancy. Now for these price increases, y'all. To see that all of these pieces have increased over the years, some gradually, others astronomically, Tiffany, it really speaks to how no type of value or anything can change, and these brands can pretty much just put whatever number on something and people will go out and buy it. No one will draw the line and be like, okay, I'm not doing it. For me, I wasn't paying $8,000 for this. It was never going to be me. So I'm glad I got it when I did. I'm glad I got it for $5,000. Never doing that again. Now for my wish list in the future, I actually want to invest in a pair of luxury jewelry earrings. I don't really have high-end earrings like that, and the reason for that is I'm actually very, very nervous about them. Like, I do well with bracelets and rings. I don't lose those, but earrings, I've lost quite a few fake ones over the years, so I'm just afraid that that might happen with some expensive ones, and then I'll probably just have to crawl into a ball and die. But the earrings that I do have my eyes on are the Van Cleef Vintage Alhambra earrings to match my bracelet, or the Tiffany T1 diamond stud earrings, which I'll pop in a photo here. Those are the ones that I'm eyeing for this year. I'm really not sure which one I'm going to go with. Probably the Van Cleef, but we will see. Other than that, bracelets, I do feel like I should just pull the plug and get the Cartier Love bracelet. But y'all, I see so many people with that, and I don't really know if I actually want it. It's really just a gold bangle with some circles in it. And I'm not saying that I'm any better, because this is just a gold bangle with some T's on it. But you get my point. Like I said, I just see it all the time. I don't really see anybody with this one. But I do like the bracelet. I like the one with the diamonds personally. And that one is like $14,000, y'all. And I just don't know if I could ever spend that much on one item, but who knows? Because at one point I didn't think I would spend this much on one piece either. But yeah, that is my current jewelry collection and my current jewelry wish list. Once again, all of these pieces were reviewed individually. I have linked those videos in the description box. Let me know which of these pieces you have, if you have any different variations of jewelry. If you went to a jeweler and got yourself a gold bracelet made, tell me about it in the comments. I'd love to chit chat, because I might do something like that later on this year as well. If you made it this far in the video, please give your girl a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.